It's a rainy Monday, and you all know I'm not a big fan of Mondays, okay? But welcome on the show. Plus Sports on Plus TV Africa. My name is Wale Scott. Welcome on the show. Now, cup holders Nigeria must well overcome the challenge of the indomitable Lionesses of Cameroon to qualify for next year's FIFA World Cup finals, following the quarterfinal appearance that emerged on Sunday night after the Falcons thrashed Burundi 4-0 in their final match of Group C. The win took the champions to 6 points and 5 goals advantage. But South Africa's 1-0 win over Botswana meant the Bayana finished on maximum 9 points and topped the group, setting up a clash with Tunisia in the last 8. Now, I've got Stanley Ikau on the show. Stanley, welcome on the show.
Wale, good morning, and of course, it's a pleasure being on the show once again.
Yeah, it's a rainy day. Wow.
Always a pleasure, my brother.
Yeah. Well, now, the Falcons have been paired with Cameroon. They lost their match against South Africa, which tells us that they might not be just as good as we think they are. The Bayana are a very good team too, and they are very physical. They are ladies, but they are very physical. Our girls depend on their skills and their talent. They are not physical. What chances do we have against Cameroon?
I think on the basis of our last 2 games, like you say, a team or a coach as good as his last game, an improved performance against Botswana. Against Burundi, I feel if we had not won by 4, 5, 6 goal margin, I don't think there's any reason why we should be playing female football anymore. That's one. Secondly, the South Africans defeated Nigeria not because they had all the whole players or talent. They defeated the Super Falcons on the basis of technicality. They knew when and how to string those important passes. And that was what we lacked against South Africa. Now, like I said, against the Botswana female national team, we saw an improved Super Falcons. But when we're playing against a physical Cameroonian side, now if what we saw against Botswana, and of course Burundi is anything to go by, I think I saw a bit of improved technicality on the part of the players. I also saw a bit of improved tactical approach on the part of around the wardrobe. Now, this is it. What we need going in the game against the Cameroonian ladies is one, an improved or more technically balanced side, coupled with some level of physicality. Because the Rashida Tajibade I saw was able to outmuscle the Burundian players because they were young. I saw Obola Kanu having the midfield. Fantastic. I saw the two playing sisters doing exceedingly well for themselves, both in the right fullback and the left fullback position. And to an extent, a bit of composure on the part of Osinachi Ohale and Onomayedi. But then we might not be able to enjoy what we enjoyed against the Burundian female national team, where they had to sit back, soak pressure, and try as much as possible to hit the team on the counter. The Cameroonians to come all out. And I feel what we saw against South Africa might mathematically, to an extent, repeat itself. The Cameroonians, as far as I'm concerned, are not as technically gifted as the Super Falcons players, but then they will do everything to outmuscle, commit needless fouls. And that's why I think the Wandradrom should bring its tactical approach to the game.
Now, Cameroon and Nigeria are West African countries. The only difference with their style of play is that Cameroon plays physical football. And we have spoken well. Let's look at the other teams in the groups. We still have 2 North African countries in this quarterfinals. Morocco is still there, the host country, and Tunisia is still there. Both North African countries.
Well, you see, I mean no disrespect now. As much as female football is evolving, improvement we've seen so far as far as female football is concerned. Physicality, as far as African football, you need it to an extent, but you need more of technicality and little of physicality. Once you have these two balanced, then you can take on any side. On the part of the North Africans, like I said, don't disrespect with them. They are gradually trying to invest into female football and see how they can develop female football. But then I don't think they are there yet. So if the North Africans feel they can try as much as possible, if they get to the semi-final, well, I think it will be like winning the World Cup for them.
True that.
You get so on the basis of this, I think the Super Falcons, the South Africans, more importantly, anything the South Africans face right now with the level of improvement under Coach Ellis, trust me, they will take on any team comfortably, conveniently, and win, except if luck runs against them.
Now let's look at the
fact
that looking at the fixtures on the screen right now, by the fixtures, it's obvious that whoever wins between Cameroon and Nigeria will face Morocco, the host country. Will the home advantage not be there?
Well, you need the 12th man. Talking about the fans to cheer you to victory. You talk about home advantage. Well, you can win anywhere. Home advantage sometimes don't really count. It doesn't really count. You want to know your own. You want to know how prepared you are going into the game. So it might count as an advantage on the part of the fans. Remember, we have just little fans from different countries that went to Morocco to cheer their team. For example, the Super Falcons, I doubt if all the whole factions of the supporters club, irrespective of the name they choose to call themselves, are in Morocco right now to cheer the team. So on the part of the fans, I think they will have an advantage. Remember what happened in 2018 World Cup, Nigeria, Argentina? We were outmaneuvered with by their voice, and we were intimidated. You understand? So those are some of the things that I feel would count for and against anything right now, whether the Super Falcons or the Cameroonian ladies.
Okay, let's leave that for now and then talk about this later. Now, Manchester City unveiled their newest summer signings to fans outside the Etihad Stadium yesterday, Sunday, July 10th, with Norwegian striker Erling Haaland being the main draw. The Norwegian striker, whose father, Alfie Haaland, played for both Leeds United and Manchester City, roughly 2 decades ago, was signed from Borussia Dortmund to lead the front lineup of Pep Guardiola's team. City have played incredibly attacking football under Guardiola's management, but then lacked on the elite striker to be the focal point of their attack. Haaland did not appear fazed by the challenges at hand, lending some credit to his entourage, who have delicately helped his career explode into the limelight. Obviously, Stanley, I call him an alien. He looks like an alien and plays football like an alien. And of course, he says he enjoys playing football and is in Man City now, and he said there's a lot of quality in the team. That's the truth. Now, the question is, this next season, with the quality of players that Man City have now, who can stop them? Hello, Stanley, can you hear me? Okay, we'll try and get him back on the phone. Stanley has gone over. My question was, Manchester City have got fantastic players and they are buying more. And whoever has Haaland in his team at this point has got the best, one of the best in the world. Really, if you ask me. Okay. Now, play in London came to a close on Sunday with Novak Djokovic withstanding early brilliance from Australian showman Nick Kyrgios to secure a fourth successive Wimbledon title with a 4-6, 6-3, 3-6, 4-7 victory on a sun-drenched centre court. 35-year-old Serb stretched his unbeaten streak at Wimbledon to 28 matches as he calmly seized the initiative after being eclipsed in an opening set dominated by the Kyrgios serve. In claiming a 7th Wimbledon crown, Djokovic took his Grand Slam titles haul to 22, one behind men's all-time record holder, Rafael Nadal. Most deaf, Nick Kyrgios gave it his best, but was playing against one of the best in the world. Rafael Nadal is the king of clay. He's got 28 down to Novak Djokovic. And of course, you can't play against a man like that and always expect to win. So Kyrgios, better luck next time. Now, I didn't see this coming. Chris Leclerc survived a late throttle scare to win the Austrian Grand Prix for Ferrari on Sunday, July 10th, and moved back up as Formula One's World Championship leader, Max Verstappen's closest rival. Red Bull's Verstappen had to settle for a second with a comfortable 38-point lead over the monoscope after 11 of 22 errors. Now, Mercedes' seven-time world champion Lewis Hamilton completed the position for the third race in a row. He overtook the Dutch driver 3 times in the race, but feared the win might still slip away as he battled a throttle problem and over the last few laps. Now, like I said earlier, I didn't see this coming. Leclerc beat Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton to top. I didn't see this coming. Let's watch this. We'll come back. You will see how hard this race was for Verstappen, Leclerc, and of course, 8-time champion Lewis Hamilton. Welcome back. I'm going to leave you with Bob Jungle, who surprised the world by winning the 9th stage of the Tour de France at the end of a long solo mountain ride yesterday, Sunday, July 10th, after COVID-19 almost prevented the Luxembourg rider from starting the race last week. The W628 Citroën rider tested positive on the eve of the start in Copenhagen last Thursday, was declared to take part after a panel of doctors ruled that his viral was low enough for him to ride. I'll leave you with that on the show today. Thank you very much, my producer, Paul George, PG. You can call him President General if you want. Thank you very much, Coyote. Thank you very much, Tony. Tony always has my back. And downstairs in the powerhouse, Shedrack. Thank you very much. Join us same time tomorrow, Plus Sports on Plus TV Africa. My name is Wally Scott. Like I always advise you at the end of every show, if not for anything, at least for your hearts, do some sports.